about transition. Alonzo, like my 2-year-old twin, he's been having a rough morning. It's just his first.
Rough is not the word,
week.
guys. I literally was standing there holding his hand, and then he wanted me to pick him up. And they're trying to move kids around, and we're just standing there like, what do we do? He's just hollering. Kept saying that he's in the wrong classroom because obviously he's so used to going to this one room. Now we're passing that room, going to take him to his new room.
But the room he's in, he goes there in the afternoon. So
right, but the lady who's there in the afternoon, she's usually not, it looks like not in that room in the morning, so it's making it more challenging. I believe if she was in the room, that'd make it much easier, but this morning, Alonzo, it was tough. It took us, I think, no more than like 5 to 7 minutes just to get out to school. Like literally to drop off. Like you drop them off, let them in on their way and go. Not this morning. Like we literally end up having to take him to his old room, and they said that the teacher that he really likes would come get him. That's how they just accommodate our babies. But yeah, transitioning. I mean, we were just talking about transitioning, right? We all have to transition, and we're very comfortable where we are. And when we go to something new, it's suck, you know. You say something? I did. I wasn't capturing what you did.
Just that transition period. That's life, growth. That's how you grow. I was thinking back when I was walking back to the car. I was like, when do kids accept that period of transition, for like, especially if they're in daycare or school?
I don't think they do because they have friends. They get used to their teachers. So here do we get used to transitioning? I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm like, I like where I was before. Unless it's something like really extravagant and new. But when God transitions you, and sometimes in a place you'd rather not be, but he has that season for a purpose, it's uncomfortable. You know, you'd rather go back to that place when you had a lot of money in the bank, right? You want to go back to that, you know, I don't know, some people are in relationships because of stability. You want to go back there and not struggle, but it was not the best relationship to be in. So not all transitions are comfortable and exciting, but one thing I do know is once you allow that transition to take its course, you realize that it was better than the last.
Right. The thing is, you gotta recognize, and this is where me, in my years of living, piggybacking on what you said, you know, people like to feel comfortable, but when you're uncomfortable, and I learned this, is when growth starts happening. That uncomfortable place is when growth starts to occur. And most people either accept it or run from it. Right. So I chose to accept it, and she, you know, I like to. Sometimes I'll be in over my head. She probably say, babe, like, but I feel as it's a challenge, and I'm challenging myself, and I feel like I've always been that person that says, you can't tell me what I cannot do or cannot achieve. Right. So I put in my mind that, man, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. Yeah. I'm gonna get it. Even if I don't get it the first, second, third, fourth, I'm gonna get it. And you know, it's just part of being uncomfortable and accepting that it's that growth period. It's, you know, changes, you know, inevitable at that growth period. Wow, the guy just almost hit the dog in the car and the man running. You seen that?
They be rushing to go nowhere until they hurt themselves or hurt somebody
else. He was, I don't know. But anyway, I just see guy hit the corner. He's running, walking with his dog. And the car didn't want to stop, but the dog and the man didn't want to stop. So it was you know, the dog, the only one flinched back. Well, anyway, that growth period comes in an uncomfortable, you know, feeling and mind state, how you want to put it. But you learn to accept it. And that's when you learn to and you grow, and that's when you start seeing things open up for you. Right? Things you start saying, and you get to where you look back and be like, man, I'm glad I did do this.
Right. This is why it's so important not to question God, you know, when he's taking you through a new journey. Because we're quick to question, like, why am I going through this? Like, why? You know, and then it piles up, right? One thing after another hitting you, and it's just all not making sense. And that's when you just truly, you know, push through your adversity, and for you to see that light underneath that tunnel. You learn that lesson, you grow, you build strength that you didn't know you had, and you're now in a new position that you look back and you're like, wow, I went through it, I got through it, and here I am in a way better situation. But if you have not pushed through, if you would have given up and you would have ran back, you would never have known where God can take you or where will you be. So it's so important that you push through and continue in that path, even if it's uncomfortable, right? Change can be scary. Shoot, that's what my twin is going through right now. It's scary, but he's going to learn. He's going to grow. He's going to be with older kids. I mean, he's not your typical 2-year-old. He's just not. He's so smart, and they see that, which I love that they're not keeping him back. So we do know he's gonna be okay. We're gonna get to a stage like we did with this class that he just left from. It was always a crying. He didn't want to stay. He wanted to go back with the babies, and now he's moving on and transitioning to a bigger class. So it's gonna get easier. And
it's crazy. We talk about this, but it's like we have other kids, right? It's not like he's gonna get, but it's like every time each kid go through something, it's like you're doing it all over again. It's all new, and it's like.
You know what's funny though?
It's almost like you've never been there before, but you've been there before, but it's like with a different kid.
Well, with Aliana, no, she's pretty easy because she's going through it alongside with Alonzo.
Listen, Ali's different. Ali's like a little boss lady, right? So she walks in already. She walks in with a mentality as like, yo, this is gonna be my class. I'm gonna need you to do this. I'm gonna need you to do this, and make sure I have my food on time. She has that mentality already, like that characteristic about her that you are not gonna be able to like contain me. So you need to do what I say do, or it's gonna be all out.
That's true.
HELL.
She is so different. Like she doesn't cry as much as Alonzo, because she just, I don't know. I feel like even when they were born and he was having his hard time just breathing without me when he first came out, those first couple of minutes he came out, to not wanting to feed, she was that calm baby. She drank that whole bottle when she came out. So she was always that child. And now look, 2 years later, that child to just be real chill and have so much boss in her. Like she just owns up, she shows up, and she does what she gotta do. Like when it's time to shower and we yell, she's like, well, okay, let's go shower. I'm ready to go. I'll be the first to go in the shower, you know?
She don't like to be put down on.
Nah, she don't like to be, she don't like to get put down on. She don't like powwows. You know, we call them powwows in our house, but powwows are pop-outs, right? She just was like, fine, I'll just roll. I'll just do what you want me to do. She loves to say, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, this morning we just wanted to get on here and show you, to share with you guys what our twins are going through and what we actually go through ourselves as adults,
Transition periods.
So
that's what we call them.
Hope you guys got something from it. Even to us talking to ourselves, we feed our own spirit and, really let that sink in and realize that it's going to be okay. That new season, it's going to be okay.
That new season. It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay, and it's gonna be better than the last.
You know what I realized, and I got this from one of my motivations. I think it was yesterday. And I'm gonna say this: what's the most important thing in life? I learned this yesterday. The most important thing in life is you taking your first breath. Just knowing you're breathing. That's the most important thing. I think we go through so much in life sometimes that we fail to realize that the most important thing is we still breathing. So if we still breathing, we can get through what we can, what we probably facing or challenges and things like that. So keep in mind and don't go through a moment of where it look like it's tough or something like that. Just remember, as long as you have breath, you're gonna get through it.
That's right.
Obstacles, trials, all that was designed to grow a new you, birth a new you. But you gotta, like we just said, through that transition period, you gotta accept it. And whatever it is, it may be at that time, heartache, financial problems, whatever it is, accept it, deal with it, learn from it, grow from it, and watch what happens when you face it head on. Watch. Because one thing we realize too is when you go through something, if you don't deal with it the right way the first time, you're gonna have to deal with it again.
Mm-hmm.
So learn to face it right then and there, whatever it is, that problem, that situation. Get through it, learn from it, like I say, grow from it, and you'll feel better coming out.
Right. And you know how to handle it a second time.
Second time.
You know?
Just remember, once you're breathing, you're going to face the obstacles, you're going to face trials, all that. But just remember, the most important thing is you still breathing.
That's right. Well, we're going to leave you guys with that this morning. We're going to go ahead and get our day started. We're about to pull up back to the house and just be intentional this day. So we'll check you guys out later.